The mostly Asian audience seemed to appreciate his enthusiasm for their part of the world, but during the question and answer period that followed, things began to unravel for him. One individual asked, "So, what are you changing about your business strategy given your commitment to Asia?" The executive looked a little caught off guard and gave a nondescript answer about working on some focus groups to determine that. And then someone else asked who on the company's board is from Asia, to which he said, "Well, we meet quarterly in the US, so it's not realistic to fly them to the States that often." And when he was asked what challenges he faces leading people in Asia, he again had nothing of substance to say. This North American executive was a very articulate speaker. He had a likable personality, an impressive leadership portfolio, and he exuded charisma. But his enthusiasm and charm didn't work with this Asian audience, and when the questions started coming, he was blindsided. If two candidates for an executive position have similar resumes, will they be equally effective working across borders? Not necessarily. This is one of the unique contributions from the cultural intelligence research. Cultural intelligence isn't something that comes automatically based on where someone has worked, studied, or lived. It's an individual capability. Some have it, some don't. But anyone can become more culturally intelligent. What leads to higher levels of cultural intelligence? Is someone who grew up in London or Singapore more likely to have high CQ than someone who grew up in Des Moines or rural China? Do millennials have higher CQs than boomers? And what role does international experience and formal education play in your CQ? All these variables can be related to CQ, but they're correlations, not causations. I've met business leaders and government officials who have lived for decades overseas, yet demonstrate very little ability to see beyond their cultural blinders. And I've met other leaders, sometimes with minimal international experience, who are extremely adept at moving in and out of various cultural contexts and situations while still remaining true to who they are. What makes the difference? What abilities and skills consistently yield results in effective cross-cultural leadership? Who are the culturally intelligent? The question that has informed our research for the last couple of decades across more than 70 countries is this: what's the difference between individuals and organizations that succeed in today's multicultural, globalized world and those that fail? Our desire was to go beyond the existing notions of cultural sensitivity and awareness to identify the recurring characteristics of individuals who can successfully and respectfully accomplish their objectives, whatever the cultural context. Awareness is the first step, but it's not enough. A culturally intelligent leader can effectively manage people and projects, whatever the cultural context. The research, which to date includes survey responses from more than 40,000 individuals across every major region of the world, reveals 4 capabilities consistently found among the culturally intelligent. These were conceptualized based on the existing research on intelligence, including academic intelligence, IQ, emotional intelligence, EQ, and other forms of intelligence such as social intelligence and practical intelligence. CQ picks up where these other forms of intelligence leave off. It gives you the practical and interpersonal skills needed when the cultural context changes. Each of the 4 capabilities of cultural intelligence includes more specific skills, subdimensions that can be measured and enhanced. We'll examine these thoroughly in the chapters that follow, but here's a brief overview.